of that. So just jumping down and first doesn't have a problem. Actually body shotting Hobbit down there, which is a bit of a surprise. Falling, finding Mao as well. So Doge as well as trying to finally react to it, but it's gonna be Fallen who's still alive. So Dren find him is the question. Doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. He has a few opponents just directly ahead of him. Fallen not body shotting this out surprisingly. Bolts though, as well as Fur down to just 32 and 25. It should be fairly easy for the ZZs to do the job. One taken out, a few more to go. Fur also found here by the ZZs. Team damage coming in. Coldzera finding a Dren, not reacting right to it. Scout 100% on point with Doja. The body shots are there. A few more off the M4. Every single player of SK should be taken out. Alright, finding himself fallen. Coldzera and Stewie, the only two individuals. And as Stewie's down to 30 HP, the ZZ or the M4, both guns could easily do it. With Hobbit already on the 3K, he might be hungry for the 4th. Only the American is to be found. That has definitely been heard, but now his position is also announced. Stewie, he's just getting shot from every side as through the and deep from behind, just goes up the stairs in a second. Might just find his first victim with Doja. Does so. The B site seems to be a point that will be aggressed. As Ivy is clear, as main is clear, they all need to rotate basically. That information should have given away way much earlier. Coldzera with one, but then gets taken down by a Dren. Hobbit as well as his teammate somehow needs to rule this out, but it will become tough right here. Fallen is a body shot away from dying. There he gets taken out. Another one to find. There's one jumping around the corner. Bolt's taken out as well. 43 HP left. There Hobbit tries to gain information, tries to run away. No chance. Fur finds you anyway. Fallen is in the right kind of mood. No chance you can avoid him. Ceased probably not spotted out though. Fur could feel very comfortable here, and as he does, gets taken out. That first entry happening. 40 more seconds are left, and those 40 more seconds are making it just tight. Mo hitting himself. Coldzera falling, not finding a shot as well. He's a Gambit player, does it all right there in the end. Only Bolts to find. Bolts taken out. 4-2 up being picked. Gambit getting out. That's the best of an idea, but we can just hope. We can just see. I mean, at the end of Cash, he was really delivering. During the last few rounds, Fallen made a good impact. Mado does a good impact here in the first 20 seconds by finding Bolts. A weakening SK Gaming taking out a player. 4 more to go. Fallen easily found. Very open he stands. The smoke fades. He's not realizing that. Up on the top, there's a Coldzera standing. Stewie can't hit Hobbit while he's jumping down. 5 HP has left. The Kazakhstan player doesn't have a problem taking control over that B site. Dren gets himself Fur. Coldzera, the last individual on the SK Gaming site. And Gambit is still alive with 5. They might just do this one flawless. And logically, your economy would close to yourself because you need to make it work. Dren gets himself Fur. Falling down to Mao. Dancing around Electric. And his stance, as beautiful as it is, makes it work. Bolts sees an Dren dying, finds himself a cease nearly, down to 8 HP he is. Hobbit, not quite sure if that tiny bit has been heard right here, the tiny bit of going up the ladder. Somehow, Gambit need to find a strat to prevail in this round number 10, to extend the lead, especially as we take a look at it, to hurt the opponent's economy. 45 more seconds. Oh, and that definitely has been hurt. Bolts now knows Stewie could be the one who does the execution in the end, as he keeps his crosshair just pinned to that position. Zeist cannot go up the ladder at any point in time. There he hears the stabs. Hobbit Stewie has taken a lot of ground. Back up there he is. Still finds him. That's the American taken out. But the problem that now occurs, low HP. If we take a look on Train, statistically Gambit is the better team. Gambit has a good opportunity finding this and talking about it. fully flashed sees is getting himself a bolt. As 2 players are down at SK Gaming, gets a little bit more tricky. Fallen holds himself back onto Ivy. 2 towards Connector have been spotted. Coldzera is boosted up. Do they pull through on that A side aggression? Do they commit? Oh, Adren lucky enough to survive. No more utility left on any Gambit player. That shouldn't be too hard anymore. Fallen needs to become bad Fallen. He needs to become hero Fallen to right now find the 3 players of Gambit and secure round number 6 for SK Gaming. That doesn't seem to be the case. No armor. And a Hobbit flanking around. With Coldzera though back on the ground line, his Deagle could become a very lethal tool here as he pushes through and finds himself the double. Only the body shots are doing it though. And that was crucial to take down the 2 who were doing massive damage from Ivy. Hobbit on his own, he's been spotted. Right timing on Fur, and you're taken out. That is the case. With that being said, Ren getting fallen. Versus 4, and ouch, Hobbit at the gap of the smoke. It's giving you a hard time there. That hard time, something you don't really enjoy. That smoke from Fur. At least give him the opportunity to ride away in the right time, or just to hold himself there towards A main, whilst Gambit's focus is towards B. The Molotov pops. Stewie hiding himself, waits for the right timing to make his aggression work. Goes silently around the wagon to then find himself Mo. That question, will that be the case? Yep, it will be. Fur coming in from behind. Mao to be fined. For getting himself seized, and that logically has opened up opportunities for SK Gaming to even go further and further and further. That is the Opera falling up, finally doing a job. Doja. There he gets that Opera. 2 versus 2. Back in an okay situation for Gambit. Especially as I'm not quite sure if anyone is paying attention to the bomb of Adren. Stewie should be an easy one. Adren just needs to look to his right. Don't do it. No, no. There he does. Oh, he was aware that this knife could backfire massively. It's incredible how they're having the discipline to hide themselves. Zen Hobbit will probably give the information. Yeah, Ivy is fairly clear. You don't need to worry about it. Suddenly there's a second one coming up. Oh, and there's a third one as well. And that's information. There we see the rotation coming in as well. Fur wants to take the aggression and makes the move onto the side already. There he gets taken out. Maldo in approach. It was dinged down to 6. Uncomfortable it is right now for the player, while Spulse is already coming through. So it's gotta be the rest of Gambit doing it right. Correcting it. It's only Mao. There will be the 8-8 pistol. And 800 onto Fur as well as Stewie. They're playing the bank right now for SK Gaming, and whilst they're playing the bank, Fur is making the run. Taking out the earliest bolts. They're right now trying to find those frags early on. They make it very successful. Mo is finding himself Coldzera, and wide around though, Stewie has come, and so he finds himself a crucial double. Fallen is finding himself a double as well. As it's only down to Doja, they had the double man advantage. Gambit is giving that away. And with that double man advantage given away, only down to the IGL is not the most comfortable situation to be in. As they're still not planting it. Fallen is aware. Fair is aware. There he's not taken out. Can't secure him. The frag on early. So he only needs to wait. But gets taken out. I need to start to worry at that point. Only 17 HP on the SK Gaming site. Dren surely heard that. That's the peak, finds the player. Fallen moves now only onto the B side. No, Fallen! This is not a base jumping course without a parachute! Actually waiting for aggression to happen on the A side. Whilst that is the case, Mao finds himself the first. He's performing quite well right now during the second map. Hobbit, he might be the right player to flank around. As there comes one, Hobbit is taken out. And Doja, he's the only individual left. SK Gaming with that buy might have secured themselves the number 12. A bit of an advantage, as though he comes and still is alive. Bolts is easy to find. A few body shots and this guy's out of the game. Around the time and around the wagon of falling. He's finds himself one. The second Coldzera is there to react in time. That all happening though, it gets problematic. Mo, this was the shot you needed to hit. It seems like he has not been exposed yet. There he goes, finally hits it, 14-11, which could down to a 15-11. Fallen not hitting it as well. The ops right now on each side are not showing us major success. Talking about though, Optimal 1, Fallen to be the last individual back on the Brazilian site. Doja, as well as Adren. There he sees him, making it work together. 14. Sooner or later, they're coming through. The Molotov now needs to be thrown. Doja onto one, Doja not onto the second. And worse, assistance from Adren when you need it. Suddenly, Coldzera's up there as well. Mo finds himself that one. But close range Fur is extremely dangerous Fur. Oh no, and Adren can't deny it. Gets taken out. Seized a little bit too late on the scene. Hobbit knows it though. Finds the player. And towards connector. Only a Fur is left alive. Beautiful shot onto Hobbit. Seized pulls through. He has 10 seconds. He pulls through. And Fur is making the run. He's doing the Usain Bolt here. 6 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Fur, you're going for it! But it's not interestingly enough. Adren and Doja, they need to hold it on their own. Flashbangs, all the grenades. They're all coming in right now. Up on the top, there's another one. The retake. Does it work out this time again? Mo is there to find Fallen, but Coldzera on the double is doing the job he does best. Whilst Bolts is getting caught off guard. No, Doja, where's your spray going? This needs to work, and Doja finds it in the end. But Coldzera, he could be the one who clutches it out. He's already onto 4 frags. Only sees to find. He doesn't pull through. Coldzera goes up and takes the height advantage. Does he clutch it though? He does! No, he does! He doesn't! 15-14. Question we really have to ask ourselves. That's the 5-7 do the job. Not the case. One still standing there. Coldzera it is, and I think Hobbit might have a problem with that duel. No chance. That's surprising. He looks in the wrong direction for a moment. Mo hits the shot onto that one. Fallen is the last individual. We're going into overtime. That means Mo, you need to hit those shots. Doesn't start off good. Hobbit though, able to get balls. Hobbit with another one. His game is right now on point with Fallen Coldzera to be the last 2 individuals in this one. The bomb is in favor of Hobbit. Doja comes in from behind. 16-15. Seized finding Coldzera. That's the start you want to see on the Gambit site. As that Molotov is far away from beneficial, they're all burning down. And it's a Brazilian barbecue. Bolts down to just 15, Fallen to 100, but 4 players left onto Gambit. Mo becomes not only a good opera. What's up? Want to do a duel? There. Bolt's forced out. Bolt's taken out. Burning away there in the end. 3 versus 4. And SK Gaming, the majority of the players, doing a good job on the A side. Only Doja, only Hobbit. Are they able to do it? Not at the moment. Doja falls. Only Hobbit. He will play against the Fallen. Towards Ivy, I just wanted to say. The question is, in which second will Fallen rotate back? This one. Not able to find anything more. 30 more seconds. Yeah, and Hobbit is aware he needs to make a run. He has to do the Usain Bolt, because otherwise he'll not have the opportunity to run towards any of the bomb sites. Coldzera down to 74, but it shouldn't be a problem there to take down the final. Kaz will have the opportunity to go for another overtime. Fairly aggressive to make the move on to the site. A seems to be much in their interest. Fur needs to be taken out. The question will that be the case. He smoked off. No opportunity to peek anymore. Coldzera's patience. That one's paying off. Ceased. If he moves a little bit more forward, that AWP could become hella lethal, but at that point in time, the problem is Fur, if he goes around, then he'll spot the bomb. But it's either way only down to Adren, and it seems like we got ourselves 19-17. I'm not saying that. I'm not finishing my sentence like this, but Stewie gets him 19-17.